Okay, so let's take a look at multiplying 3-digit by 2-digit numbers in the algorithm using zeros. So let's start off with one here. Let's go with 496 times 20. Now, just like before, if you saw my video on multiplying 3-digit by 2-digit numbers using the standard algorithm, nothing really changes. The only difference is we now have zeros in the factors. Okay, so the very first thing here, I forget again about the tens value. I'm only going to worry about one value at a time, and I'll multiply against the top factor starting with the ones, moving on to the larger place values. In this case, we'll end in the hundreds. So here we go. 0 times 6, 0. 0 times 9, 0. 0 times 4 is 0. Now, more often than not, I have students that will come to me and say, Mr. Rodriguez, it has to be wrong. How can it all be zeros? Well, I'm multiplying everything by 0, so it's going to be 0. So even though it may feel funny to you, that's actually the product right there. So now I've done that, I don't worry about the ones value anymore. I'm starting in the tens, so I need to put a spacer, a 0 here in the ones value, because now my product will start here in the tens value. So here we go. I go 2 times 6 is 12. Place my 2. Carry my 1. 2 times 9 is going to give me 18. Plus 1 is going to give me 19. 9 plus 1. 2 times 4 gives me 8. Plus 1 is going to give me 9. Now I add these two. 0, 2, 9, 9. My product now is 9,920. Now, that's if I have a 0 in my second factor. But what happens if I have zeros in my first factor? Well, let's try that out here. Let's go with 205 times, let's go with 32. Now, just like you saw in the last video, Mr. Rodriguez, where are we getting our numbers from? I'm just making them up. And you can do the same thing at home, so that way you can practice. So here we go. Again, I don't worry about the tens value right now. I'm only going to worry about the ones, and I multiply against the top factor of one place value at a time. So here we go. 2 times 5 gives me 10, plus 1. Now carry my 1 over. 2 times 0 is going to give me 0. But I have a plus 1 here, so 0 plus 1 is 1. I keep on moving forward. 2 times 2 gives me 4. I place it there. I mark this off so I don't get confused when I multiply against my the tens value. And I'm going to mark off the ones because I've already done it. Since I'm starting in the tens value, I'm going to put a spacer 0 in my ones value. 3 times 5 gives me 15. Plus 1. 3 times 0 gives me 0. Plus 1. 0 plus 1 is going to give me 1. Now, a lot of you are going to say, Mr. Rodriguez, couldn't I just left that one there rather than writing it again? I could have, but what ends up happening when you follow that kind of thinking is that sometimes you're going to probably leave it there by accident from the first set of multiplication, and you may make a mistake. And one digit, okay, one little number there can actually make the difference in having a correct answer and a wrong answer. So it's easier for me just to say, scratch it out and write it again. Writing an extra 3 little lines or whatever many lines is definitely worth getting the correct answer. Okay, so I did 3 times 0, which was 0, plus 1 is 1. Then I go to the next value. 3 times 2 is going to give me 6. I add them up. 0 plus 0 is 0. 1 plus 5 is 6. 4 plus 1 is 5. And 6 plus nothing is 6. 1, 2, 3. My value is now, my product is 6,560.